Hello students, hope that you all are fine at your home. Today here is a new poem for class 10th, How to Tell Wild Animals, which is written by Carolyn Wells. So first of all, there is a little description about Carolyn Wells. Carolyn Wells was an American poetess. She was born on June 18, 1862 and died on March 26, 1942. She is remembered mainly for her popular mysteries, children's books and humorous verse. She wrote more than 170 books. So first of all, I want to give you a little central idea of the poem, How to Tell Wild Animals. It is a light-hearted poem that suggests ways to identify wild animals, but the ways are too dangerous to adopt, and therein lies the humor. The poem is also funny in the way it uses language to create comic effect, such as changing the spelling and sounds of words to make them rhyme or using euphemism. Euphemism is described here to say the hard feelings, hard things in a very soft manner, in a very light manner. The poetess has described the wildlife vividly and lively manner. When we read the poem, we feel ourselves among wild animals in the jungle. So let's start the poem. If ever you should go by chance to jungle in the east, if you got a chance to visit the jungle of the eastern country, so dear students, you also have to focus on the pronunciation of the last word so that we can come to know the rhyming words, rhyming scheme, rhyming line. Right one? Chance, ants, and if there should go you advance, a large and tawny beast. When you are in the eastern jungle and there an animal is coming towards you, and that animal is very large in size, and the color of that animal is tawny, is a brownish yellow color. Right one? When you are in the eastern jungle and there an animal is coming towards you, and that animal is large in size and the color of that animal is brownish yellow. If he roars at you, you have to just observe that animal's roars give a very fierce sound. If that animal gives very fierce sound at you, as seeing this, you are dying. D-Y-I-N-G, but the pronunciation is dine, dine. Z is silent here. You will know it is the Asian lion. In this manner, you can come to know that it is the Asian lion. What is described Asian lion? A large and tawny beast. If he roars at you, then you can come to know that it is the Asian lion. So let's do the rhyming scheme of this para. Let's go with the chance, A. So we can give the name here A, chance. East. The pronunciation of chance and eats is different, so we can give the name B. We are doing the rhyming scheme of this para, rhyming scheme, right one? Advance. So the sound of chance and advance are similar, we can give A again. Right one? Ace. Beast. The pronunciation of the east and beast at the last word are same, so we can give the name as B. Dine. C. It is a different line. C. So what is the rhyming scheme here? A, B, C, C. That is your rhyming scheme. Right one? If in the paper there is coming write the rhyming words. So you can write chance, advance, east, beast, dine, line. These are the rhyming words. If there in the exam, it is a right to write the rhyming sentence, rhyming lines. So you have the whole line as a rhyming line, rhyming sentence. Got, dear students? Okay. Now we will go to the next para. Or if sometime when roaming round a noble wild beast greets you, or you have got a chance when you are roaming here and there, suddenly a noble is mentioned as graceful, and a very humble wild beast greets you, meets you, welcomes you when you are roaming here and there, and suddenly a graceful wild animal welcomes you, meets you with black stripes, and that humble wild beast having some black stripes on yellow skin. Ground is mentioned skin. When you are roaming here and there, a graceful wild beast meets you, and on its yellow skin there were black stripes. Just notice. What you have to do? You have to just wait and notice if he eats you. If that particular animal is trying to eat you, Then this simple rule, if he eats you or not, you have to focus on that things. Rule may help you to learn the Bengal tiger to discern. In this particular way, you can identify. Discern is identify. You can identify that particular animal is an Bengal tiger. Right one? So if we also go with the rhyming scheme of this para, round. So you can give the name A, U, B. Ground, round, ground. Last sound you have to choose. A, U, B. Learn, say. The sun, say. So what is the rhyming scheme? A, B, C, C, which is similar to the para 1. And when you have asked to give the rhyming words, you can write round, ground, you, learn, the sum. And when you are asked to write the rhyming sentence, rhyming line, so what you have to do, dear students, you have to write the whole line. Right one? Okay. Now come to the next para. Is strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with sport is peppered as soon as he has leapt on you. If strolling, if you are roaming here and there, if you are walking slowly, forward, a beast you view, there you will see a beast whose hide, whose skin with spots is peppered. Peppered, covered with spots, whose skin is covered with little spots. Here you can see, that is leopard. As soon as he has lapped on you. Lap. The correct spelling in English is L-E-A-P-T. But the pointer just used here, lap, used to show the quick and sudden attack of the leopard. Right one? Lapped on you. You will know it is the leopard. You can come to know that it is leopard. What is leopard? An animal whose skin is covered with the spots and he just has lapped on you. It will do no good. It is no good to cry with pain. He will only lap and lap again. Again, the correct spelling in English is L-E-A-P, leap, but the poetess has used here lap in order to show the quick and sudden attack of the leopard. So you will come to know what kind of, how the poetess described leopard here. Leopard having a spots on body and he just lapped on you. So there is no use to cry with pain. He just only lap and lap you again and again. So now we will go on the same thing, rhyming words. View. You can write A, view, peppered. B, leopard. U, view, you. Again A, leopard, peppered. Pain, C. Again C. Right one? I think you can understand it. Now come to the next page. If when you are walking round your yard, if you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there. Very simple line is this. Who hugs you very, very hard? But which animal is this? This is bear. And that animal just hugs you very, very hard. Be sure it is a bear. And you have to be sure that it is a bear. If you have any doubts, regarding that particular animal, that it is bear or not, I think, I opine that he will give you just one more caress. Caress is a loving touch. If you are hesitated to accept that is the hug of the bear, in that particular time that animal can give you the more caress. So that is a very difficult way to recognize that it is a bear or not. Right one? So rhyming scheme is yard, A, there, B, hard. Similar with yard, bear, there, bear, guess, caress, C, C. The rhyming scheme is A, B, C, C. In the whole poem, the poetess used the rhyming scheme of A, B, C, C. Okay, dear students? Though to distinguish beast of prey, a novice might nonplus. Though it is very hard to distinguish beast of prey, the animals who kills another animals for their food. A novice is a new person to at any job, in the field of any job, right? a new person might be nonplussed. Plussed. In English, the correct sentence is might be nonplussed, but the poetess, I'm saying again and again, the poetess use this kind of sentences just to make the humor, just to make the rhyming scheme properly, just to make the comic, right? Plus, non-plus, confuse. A new person can be confused in order to distinguish beast of prey because he has no such kind of experience to know that that animal is dangerous to us, that animal is not dangerous to us. So the crocodile always may tell from the crocodile. If you are observing an animal, the crocodile is described here. So you can differentiate crocodile from hyena. Hyena is also animal who always just smiles, and crocodile always cries. So you can differentiate the crocodile from the hyena in a very particular manner, that hyenas comes with merry smiles. Hyena always has a smile on face. But if they weep, they are crocodile. It's a very simple way that the animal is crying. It is crocodile. Yeah. And the animal is just smiling. It is hyena. Okay. So now come to the rhyming scheme. Pray. A you can write. A. Nonplus. B. May. Pray. May. A. Thus. Nonplus. B. Smiles. C. Crocodiles. C. So what is the rhyming scheme? A, B, C, C. And what are the rhyming words? Pray, may, nonplus, thus, smiles, crocodiles. Okay, very good, dear students. Now come to the last para of this particular poem. The true chameleon is small. You know chameleon? Who has the ability to change the color according to the surrounding. Yeah, that is chameleon here. The true chameleon is small. The chameleon is very small in size. A lizard sort of thing. It looks like a lizard. He hasn't any ears at all. A chameleon hasn't ears at all and not a single wing. Chameleon also has not a single wing also. If there is nothing on the tree, you have to see, you have to observe that if there is nothing on the tree, be sure it is the chameleon you see, because chameleon can change his his color according to the surroundings. He can adjust his color according to that situation. If there is nothing on the tree, it means there is chameleon may be on the particular place. So dear student, it is your poem How to Tell Wild Animals. You have to read it again yourself and try to solve the comprehension of that particular poem. So good luck, students.